Say my name and go viral. I'm the savior, write me a Bible. All these fake rappers, you being lied to. Screaming gangster, who gave you that title? Homeboy, you just hide in the house, out of sight, type on keyboards. Oh boy, nigga, please. You get shot, then run to the cops. You not like me. I'm a G. You take threats, then call the feds. You not like me. Like me. I need you.
You should be polite. This is the purge. This is what happens tonight. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. And you don't even count.
Here we go. And yeah, this is already turning into chaos real fast. I'm not even going to ease into this. Let's talk about it. First off, I need an apology straight up from every 50 Cent fan who was in my comments saying he was done, finished, retired for good. Remember that? He's never dropping again? Yeah, I didn't forget that. Don't make me scroll back and start calling out usernames one by one, because I've been saying this the whole time.
Cut with that Fetty Wap, cock it and let it pop. You snitching, you better not. I grew around different weeds. Demons do different deeds. Pressure, I feel a squeeze. He say he can't breathe. Bitch, I got so much bread. She said she can't leave. I show her life without me. She said she can't see it.
50 Cent was never out of the game like that. The man could step into the booth whenever he felt like it. No warning needed. He was still hopping on features not long ago, so acting like he couldn't respond just didn't make sense. Now look, things are heating up.
I fuck with his whole podcast. Maino, my man. Fab, my man. East, my man. Jim was my nigga at one point. What the fuck is you talking?
Yeah.
These all niggas. My nigga. Maino was with my brother in Kaksaki in the 90s, running around like fucking chickens with their head cut off, fucking shit up.
Yeah.
Me and Maino ain't just me. Maino don't even need to explain to nobody why he fuck with me.
Tensions rising, and suddenly those jokes online don't hit the same anymore. Now it's turning serious, and artists are flipping the script, pulling that reverse move and jumping straight into diss tracks like it's nothing. And now,
do we even know what my music there for, bro? Why would he take heat cause he showed up to my event? Why would you not even show up to the event? I'm not giving you nothing but positive energy.
yeah, it looks like 50 just stepped right back into the ring. I'm not even gonna lie though, this part caught me off guard. Early last week, people started catching that slick little jab he threw at T.I., and the way he did it, smooth. He slid that line right into the new Power theme song, so every time somebody presses play, they're hearing that shot whether they like it or not.
Murder robbery. We know you have some involvement as well. What do you know about them? She works at Scarlet Strip Club and lives at this location. They're letting him know she is an interest. He knows she's of interest because they put the play together.
But then, things took another sharp turn. 3 days ago, Saturday, 50 dropped a track with Max B called No More Tricks, No More Lies. At first, people were convinced this was aimed straight at T.I. and his circle, and honestly, a lot of us thought the same thing at first. But today, the real target is way clearer.
Other than yourself, you're telling, and this is why your crowd is not going to understand. Our rules are our rules. We don't give a damn about what the civilians or the L7 think. The minute Max B told that detective where that woman lived and where she worked, and they apprehended her.
Turns out, this wasn't about T.I. at all. This was 50 Cent firing back at Jim Jones, Mula Fasse, and Dave East. Yeah, that's who this was really for. This track is basically his Let's Talk About It moment, but instead of a podcast, he turned it into a full-blown record. And just when it seemed like things could not get any louder, 50 turned the volume all the way up. He dropped an AI-style video for his verse, and that made the whole situation feel even messier.
You should be polite.
This is the purge.
This is what happens tonight.
The visual showed AI clips and images of Jim Jones, Mula Fase, and Dave East, so there was no missing the energy behind it. Then he jumped into the caption and basically stirred the pot even more, saying, "Yo, thought I was talking about the Cosbys. I'll deal with Bill later. I am the algorithm."
Creeping in disguise. Done with you bitches, no more believing in lies. No more tricks, no more trash. You niggas is pussy, I can see it in your eyes.
That line alone had the internet going wild. Now the debate online is getting loud because a lot of people are saying 50 sounded a little dated on the verse. Some are going even harder and saying he missed completely, calling the verse trash and saying it was nowhere near his best. Me personally, I'm not taking it that far.
In the mirror all day and still gotta buy, bitch. I pull up in different whips and chains, switching lanes. Boy, I hear that shit you're saying, so I'ma get with you, man. Catch him, clip him, bought him, ripped him, punch him, kick him.
To me, it sounded decent enough. Not some classic, not a total flop, just solid for what he was trying to do. But the part that really has me looking sideways is the Max B angle.
I fuck with his whole podcast. Maino, my man. Fab, my man. East, my man. Jim was my nigga at one point. What the fuck is you talking?
Yeah.
These all niggas. My nigga. Maino was with my brother.
Ever since he came home, every time people asked him about Jim Jones, he kept it cool and respectful. No extra drama, no reckless talk, no wild energy, just calm, smooth, and cordial. Honestly, some of those interviews even made it seem like maybe one day those two could link back up and be cool again.
That is exactly why this move feels strange. Why hop on a record with 50 Cent when everybody already knows 50 has been throwing shots at Jim Jones lately?
You went to the party.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I did.
You went to the party.
I definitely did.
Threw a party, yeah, threw a
I
party.
definitely did.
Yeah.
David came over.
I definitely did. On front, real man shit.
Let's talk about it.
I'm glad the brother got his freedom.
Right.
Shouts to
100%.
Max.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Fan of his music. He on Survival. He actually on my first album.
That tension has been hanging in the air for a minute, especially with the way it kept coming up in those "let's rap about it" talks. Then Max B made it even more obvious by dropping that famous wavy emoji under 50's post. So yeah, he clearly knew what kind of timing this record was on.
I got kicked off this joint. I can't rap about it no more.
It's crazy. People don't know. You see, both of us had different opinions, and I think it's dope that because I always feel like two things can be true at the same time.
Right.
And this is where I need the real ones to speak up, because something about this feels deeper. Anybody from New York or anybody close to this whole situation, what is really going on here? Because if I'm Jim Jones and I've been keeping it peaceful with Max B, then suddenly he pops up on a diss record with my biggest rival, yeah, that calm energy could vanish fast. This whole thing is starting to look real tricky. If you're Jim Jones right now, you're definitely looking at this move a little different. For years, people kept bringing up that tension with Max B, but lately things actually sounded calmer whenever Max talked about it in interviews. That's exactly why this link up with 50 Cent is raising eyebrows all over again. Everybody already knows 50 has been throwing little shots back and forth with different New York names, especially around those "let's rap about it" conversations tied to Jim Jones and that whole circle. So for them to jump on a track together right now, that's a bold move, no way around it. And let's be real, timing in hip-hop is everything. When artists link up in the middle of active tension like this, people are always going to read into it. Whether that was the plan or not, the internet is already treating it like a loud statement, and people paying attention to the scene are definitely watching closely. At this point, it's starting to feel like that peaceful energy might be completely out the window. If you're Jim Jones watching this play out, it's hard not to think things just crossed the line. It's tough to imagine everything going back to normal after a move like this. And the more you think about it, the more complicated it starts to look. Remember when Dave East showed up to Max B's birthday dinner after he came home? A lot of people still remember that moment clearly. Then later, Mula Face even pressed him about that situation, which already had people talking heavy. So now it raises even more questions. Out of all the records you could have jumped on with 50, why pick the one where shots are being thrown at people you were cool with before? Moves like that are only going to heat things up again and pull this situation right back into drama. Now I need to hear your take, because this whole move still has people confused. Drop your theory in the comments and break it down. And if you're into these kinds of hip-hop breakdowns, tap in with Drip Zine. Like the video, share it with someone who follows rap politics, and hit that button to help the channel grow.